Welcome back to my channel. My name is Deborah Smith. I am the owner of DD Logistics, a women-owned small business, government contracting business. And today I am so excited to talk about local portals, winning local government contracts. So in this video, we're going to look at three different county portals because I am your local state girly. If I can get on one portal and execute locally, I can get on any portal and execute. And I'm going to show you how to do the exact same thing. Many of us, what we do is we chase the golden egg, not noticing that really there are so many local government contracts that you are driving and walking past every day. Whether it be the Department of Transportation working on bridges, highways, and roads, or whether it's the parks that your kids love, whether it's waste management products. I mean, there's so many different things, and so many of us are only educated on SAM.gov. So I am here today to show you three separate portals, what to look for on these portals, and how you can become successful financially in government contracting with just bidding locally. Plus, there's so many more benefits than if you were to bid federal. Make sure you click that notification bell. Every time you do, you will see my face when my videos pop up. And if you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe so we can keep all the educational based videos going. Let's go. So, local portal number one that I have chosen for you, all three of these are randomized. Okay, first one is Fayette County, Georgia. If you look at the top of the page, FayetteCountyGA.gov, here is a really good tip. If you're seeing a government portal and it doesn't say .gov, that could potentially be a scam. That is something that you want to know, okay? And I'm here to share that with you openly. So this is the first portal I chose. This is a local government contracting portal in Fayette County, Georgia. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do now, all portals do not look the same, but they pretty much operate the same. That's how I was able to maneuver through each portal strategically to find the information that I am looking for. So on Fayette County, this is your homepage. You're going to come to government. Usually that's the first place that I look. Now, when I'm looking on portals, the one word I'm looking for that stands out to me that I want to capture is the word procurement or purchasing. Either one of those words need to stand out to me. So in this situation, Fayette County, Georgia, under departments, you will see down in the third column to the right that it says purchasing. That is where I want to be on the online portal. Sometimes it will not say government contract. Sometimes it'll say procurement opportunities. There's a couple different ways. And that's why I'm showing you three separate portals, because each one is a little bit different than the next. Okay, so purchasing, we're going to learn some things about the county. All right, because if you're going to operate in a county and you're going to help them purchase goods and services and really execute on government contracts, there's some things you need to learn about that area. Okay, so right away, as soon as we hop on, the first thing we figure out is that Ted L. Burgess is the Chief Procurement Officer. That is someone that you want to do research on. That is someone who makes decisions in Fayette County, and you want to get to know their operations and behavior better. It could potentially help you win a government contract in Fayette County. All right, Sherry White, she is the Senior Contract Administrator. Now, when you go to bid on a contract, 10 times out of 10, you're going to see these names on all of the documents. So it's good at some point you're going to meet these people face to face, whether it's Zoom, whether it's via email. These names that you see, like Colette Cobb, the Contract Administrator, those names are going to be on the documents. All right, so it's good to do research. Now here, it is telling you Fayette County Purchases Department, Fayette County Purchasing Department procures materials, supplies, equipment, and services for county departments, ensuring quality and maximum dollar savings under the supervision of Fayette County Board of Commissioners. Each one of these local portals will tell you what is going on in the county. Okay, it's up to you to do the research. Now, if you look on the right side of the tab, there is a tab that says bids and requests for proposals. That is where we want to be. All right, so if you're from Fayette County, follow along, get your notebook, make sure you subscribe, because this is an easy way on how to win a government contract locally. All right, so and all three of these are randomized. Okay, if you're from Fayette County, it's meant to be. Okay, so then there's more information. These are the county hours right here. That's where they operate. So if you're going to hand in bids like physically, it needs to be before 5 p.m. So let's click on bids and request for proposals. And it's going to pop up under bid opportunities. So current invitations for bids and requests for proposals. And then it is telling you the bid submission procedures. This is the way you need to be able to hand in your bid. So Fayette County says, look, you may submit bids through the U.S. Postal Service, the Carrier Service, UPS, FedEx, or you can even come in person. Getting on these portals and looking for this information and doing your research and your homework is important. Okay, you don't want to put a proposal together and then not know how to submit it. It will be all a waste of time. And I don't want that for you. Like, I don't like that for you. I want you to be able to be educated on how to properly submit a bid. Excuse me. So we figured that out. Oh my goodness, I have like a summer cold. So immediately, these are all the government contracts in Fayette County. Now, the United States of America has a lot of counties. Okay. Not everyone has a portal, but a majority of them do. And what you're seeing right here is the due date and the description. These are live government contracts in Fayette County, Georgia. Do you see how quickly I was able to grab this information? I made about 3 to 4 clicks and it brought up every government contract that is currently live in the Fayette County, Georgia area. This is what I wanted you to see. These portals are a lot simpler than you think. Now, if you're from another county, what you do is put the county name in the Google search bar, and then after that, let's just say Erie County, put Erie County Purchasing, Erie County Procurement, Erie County Bidding Opportunities, and you will be able to find this information or use chat. Okay. I also want to give a shout out to one of my viewers who commented on one of my videos stating that there was too much noise in the background. I genuinely appreciate that feedback because then it prompted me to start booking areas that are more quiet and subtle so you guys can really hone in and learn what I am teaching. So I can't remember the viewer's name. I'm sorry, but thank you for that feedback because that prompted me to really just pick better places to be able to film my content. So thank you. All right, so let's hop back into it. These are all of the government contracts in Fayette County, Georgia. So you see how quickly we did that. Now we're going to move to another portal. And you can look around too. If anything catches your eye, you know, maybe you are a roof replacement company. Looks like there's a roof replacement contract right now that's live, or trash, or Fire Depot, a painting company. So multiple different ways you can figure out what is going on in the county. Now you can also explore. And when you explore, you can start to figure out what kind of parks are in that area. It shows you a map, a resident guide. Those are all things you want to be paying attention to. So let's move over to another county. This is Loudoun County, Virginia. This is another local government contracting portal. Here is the address, loudoun.gov. Once again, .gov. All right, pay attention to that. So this one is the same aspect in a different different perspective. That is what's going on here. So in this situation, this is a different portal, different state, same exact idea. But what I did was, now there's a government tab, okay, but this one gets a little excessive. Loudoun County, Virginia. You can go to departments and offices. Now, a lot pops up here. There's a lot of drop-down menus. If you don't want to look through all of this information, what you can do is use the search bar and type procurement or purchasing, and it'll pop right up if that's easier for you. In this situation, I'm very experienced with local portals, so I know, immediately where to navigate to. But if you don't, and you're in a local portal, use the search bar to search procurement or purchasing. Okay, so department and offices, first thing that I see, procurement. That's exactly where I want to be. So I want to also learn some things about this Virginia county. Same thing here. Now, when you see Fayette County, Georgia, we're in a completely different county, same aspect. Telling you, this is how you deliver your bids. Packages are no longer accepted in the procurement office, as public access to floors 3 and 5 of Loudoun County Government Center is limited. So the packages may be delivered to the lobby of the government center. They're explaining to you how to properly submit. Now, we're going to be able to obtain some information here and learn more about this county. So the procurement division, looks like there's announcements, bid posting, tells you how to register as a bidder, contracts, PO terms and conditions. This is a good one right here, this tab, because this is your purchase order terms and conditions. When it is time for you to be paid out on a government contract, you want to know what the agency has in store for you when it comes to purchase orders. That is how you get paid. You will submit an invoice to the government, and the government will pay your invoice. So anything you see that is PO, that is purchase order terms, that is talking about the payment. Okay, the part that you all love, the part that I love. Okay, but you need to know the rules, regulations, stipulations on how a county sees and the rules that they have in place for the PO terms. So that's a good one to look at. But we're going to look at bid posting. So when we clicked on bids, we got a ton of information. So current solicitations, bids that are posted, and sometimes in this section, it'll tell you we use a third-party bidding source like Bonfire, BidNet Direct. If you're not familiar with those platforms, go back and watch some of my previous videos on how to get registered with like Bonfire, BidNet. So you'll learn a lot of information from these county portals, which is why I'm teaching you how to get on these portals and what to look for. Okay, so sourcing and online bidding, online guide. If you want to contact the county, if there's any issues that you have, they put notices up, publications, authorities, things of that nature. Now, some platforms might take a little bit longer to find the solicitations, but overall, they are there. And if they're not, a county will be very straightforward with you and say, look, we use this platform, click this link, go here. All right, so let's try open government for this actual county. So we have agriculture, the budget, courts, just tons of information, plans, and then procurement. So let's look at procurement. It looks like right here, current solicitations. There's like a link to click, and then procurement division, which is good to know. That's probably telling you who leads, who's in charge. See complete information for a division of procurement, which is responsible for the acquisition of all goods. That's good information. So let's click here. We're going to click get bid hostings. So it looks like they have a link here. Now they have invitation for bids. Now, if you're seeing these kinds of acronyms, here's what they mean. IFB, invitation for bid. RFI is request for information. That's like market research. And then request for proposal is RFP. So you will see that a lot on local portals. They actually gave us a link to use here, which I really love. Now, some portals you need to be signed up first, but not all. You can still see what now. Put yourself in the mind frame of an entrepreneur. Okay. This particular county is posting government contracts, which means they are spending money on these particular products and services. Okay. Yes, it can be middleman. Yes, it can be a prime contractor. But you need to think like an entrepreneur. If you're seeing government contracts on a portal, that is what that county is spending money on. If you're seeing repeat contracts, like multiple different contracts for painting, construction, shipping containers, they probably spend a heavy amount of dollars on that service or product. So that is something good to keep in mind. Okay. Now, here's a couple: concession food services, construction of the general government office buildings, early intervention services for infants and toddlers. That's an RFQ. Library material suppliers. There's a lot for Loudoun County, Virginia. All right, there's a couple up here. Now, each portal is going to give you different meanings. In this situation, open means when it opened, when the contract went live. Status closed is your deadline. Each portal will reflect something different. You also have a filter here where you can look at open bids or procurement, and then you can sort it by a different category. Bid title, closing date, bid number. So you have the option to be able to filter out. And then there's a way as well for you to look at what the county is currently spending money on. And you should use ChatGPT for that. If you're in a certain county, use Chat to have you look into, let's just say we're on ChatGPT and we need a prompt, right? Prompt it to tell you what are the most popular products and services that are being purchased or procured in Loudoun County, Virginia by the federal government. Simple. And you will be able to see how many times they are repeating the same orders over and over again. All right, so these are all the ones for Loudoun County. Now, we're going to move to number 3. Number 3, if you're new here, like, subscribe. If you know someone who is struggling in government contracting, share the page with them, right? The point is to educate and inspire. I love the community that I have. You guys have been so helpful in my government contracting journey. Many of you have stories where you say, Deborah, I couldn't have did it without you. I am extremely blessed to be in that situation because when I started, I did not have a community, and it's slowly building over time. So each like, each comment, each time you're purchasing a course or whatever it may be, liking a post, I just have to tell you, thank you, because I did not have a community when I started, and we have grown to 310 subscribers. And most of you I talk to daily. Most of you were in a group chat together. So I just wanted to say thank you. Like, really pause the video and say, I appreciate each one of you who reach out to me for advice or, come to me and say, Deborah, I have an issue. Can you help me? But then what you don't realize is I have been learning so much from all of you as well. So thank you for being here. That means a lot to me. Number 3 is Orange County, California. All right, now you're going to start to see a trend here. You're going to start to notice that even though all the portals don't look the same, they give this same information because we're on portal 3 now, right? And I like to keep my videos short. I don't like to go too in depth, but I thought that picking 3 was really good for y'all. So, number 3, Orange County, California. All right, we got all our tabs up here. Here's your address, cpo.oc.what? Gov. Because if it's not .gov, it's a scam. So make sure you're paying attention to what your dot is. All right, there was a situation where bids and government contracts were falling in people's emails, and people were posing as contracting procurement officers, hopping in inboxes of companies and saying, hey, we have this solicitation, can you give us a price? Come to find out, it was a scam. All right, and the same thing goes for emails. If you're not seeing, like, let's say you're working with the schools, colleges, public schools, you want to see .edu. You don't want to see, you might see .org, but it's categorized that way because you're working with the educational system. If it's colleges, it's edu. If it's public schools, it's edu. But 9 times out of 10, it is .gov. All right, so be careful. So going back to Orange County, we have all our tabs up here. So once you start to hover over the tabs, you're going to see they actually have a tab just for what we're looking for, which is great. Open Bids County Contracts Portal. And that brings us right to it. So current solicitations, active county bid solicitations for OpenGov. Now they use a platform that is a third-party system like we talked about with Bonfire, BidNet Direct, Jagger. These are all procurement portals, third-party portals that help an agency stay organized. That's why they use third-party portals. There are even some agencies out here county-wise that are still posting in the public newspaper or at the local county building on a sticky board. All right, some are more advanced than others, some are not. And that's okay, right? As long as we know how to maneuver around and find them. So it looks like they use an e-procurement portal. You have to create an account, which I don't have. I don't operate in Orange County, but this is helpful to know if you are in that area, okay? OpenGov is a third-party site. Currently have some up that are open. Supportive housing notice, funding availability, staffing services, kitchen equipment, cloud service migration, surveillance equipment. Orange County currently has all of these solicitations open. You just have to find them in a different portal, which is called OpenGov. Also have another tab, green procurement. Looks like this is something about environmental. Each agency has a different focus. It looks like Orange County, California has a strong focus on green procurement, environmentally preferable purchasing. So this would be something good to learn about as well. If you're a company that can help the county stay in the green, right? Like recycling, maybe you're a waste management company and you can help Orange County to meet its goals of sustainability. That would be awesome for you. And then they talk about their purchasing policy, and they also have a user guide. So each platform is super helpful. All right. If you are interested in bidding locally, all right, you do not have to go after the big golden egg right away. You can get 2 to 5, 3 to 5 government contracts underneath your belt locally, and then move to state, and then move to federal. But this is how you find government contracts. Now, if you're in a county and you're wondering, where can I find these portals? Go here. Orange County, California. So you're going to put the county, and then you're going to put procurement. Once you put procurement, what will happen is it will give you the exact same website that we were just on, cpo.oc.gov. All right, because Google is going to prompt and help you to understand and help you find what you're looking for in a simple way. All right, now, why local contracting is better. All right, I have three things that I want to tell you. All right, local contracting is better because there is simpler compliance and there's less red tape. That's a big one. Another thing too is lower competition because so many people are focused on the bigger egg in SAM.gov and these large state portals that no one is paying attention to the local contracts. And then here I come and I'm just scooping them all up. And now I'm teaching y'all how to do the same. Because if you can win a contract weekly with a $2,000 profit, that starts to build over time. And now you are stacking wins. Okay. Now, you have a better chance of winning a local government contract than you do a federal. My first win was a local contract. I am very proud of that win. It helped me build confidence. It really helped me to understand that I can do this. Okay. And once you gain that same momentum, it will happen for you. All right. Local opportunities are also very open to subcontracting, and that is fantastic. The local agencies knows what subcontracting is. They know that two companies are going to come together to execute a project. One is going to play the prime and one is going to play the subcontractor. If you're worried about an agency not knowing that you're subcontracting a project, any agency that's seasoned, someone who's been in the chair for 10, 20 years, even a few years, the government is very aware of what subcontracting via middleman strategy is. That is how I am able to bid on any contract. Now, are all contracts good for my company? No. But I have logistical oversight, which helps me to middleman easier. Okay, I want a container bid. I don't own containers. Was I in logistics? Yes. I routed the container from point A to point B, provided it to the county. They paid me, and it was a successful execute. You can do the exact same thing, and you have a better advantage because you're in that county. You can shake the procurement officer's hand. You can show up to the site, right? Be careful with that for tax purposes. Don't go telling people. What nothing to do with me. Don't go telling people I told you show up to the site visit. Make sure you own them documents. But there's so many more advantages for you locally. Okay. Bonus that a lot of people don't know, but I'm gonna tell you, the bonus is in local government contracting, there is a lot of repeat business. If you can execute a government contract locally, I can guarantee you whatever niche it was for, painting, shipping containers, whatever it was, those contracts will start to land in your inbox. They will be looking for you always. If you executed that contract, they will always say, we're just going to reach out to ABC company. We already know they can execute. We're not going to put anybody else on it. But there's a lot of repeat business. You're going to see once you win one and you start to build a relationship with these contracting officers, oh, you're going to be in such a beautiful spot. When you are mixing faith with action and belief, faith, action, and belief, you can literally conquer anything. Start to believe that you deserve bigger because you do. 3 separate portals, okay, that we went over today. If you have a portal and you are from a state, drop the state and county that you're from in the comments. And I will come back and I will do a how-to video on those counties for you. Okay. Whatever you are thinking that is good, think bigger. Bye for now.